Elevation U. I need you to make some noise. Y'all ready? I don't think you're ready. Are you ready? Do work in the middle with a new flow. You work in the background and foreground, you make me hit that. Whoa, never felt this kind of love. Sacrifice your only son. Mind blown, I'm gone. Midwest, you on that Odell, that OJ. Catching everything they throw your way. I'ma throw away, you say no way. By the way, don't downplay. I'm a fan of love, that's wild love. You feel celebrated, you feel love. You feel desperate, you feel love. That's what's up, you wild love. Hey. Bounce, 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 bounce. Get your hands up. Bounce, 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 bounce. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Hey, I was lost until you found me. You gave me a home within your love. I was running blind until you showed me that life could be this good. I want all my friends to know about you. No matter what it takes, I'll never stop. Everything I am is for your glory. My life's forever yours. Here we go. I found what can't control it. Hit me like a wildfire, set me in motion. Nothing else compares, losing all my cares. Now that I found wild love, you ready? Wild, wild love, jump, wild love, hey! Woo! Nothing else compares, losing all my cares. Now that I found wild love, wild, wild love, hands up.
And now I'm running far within your freedom. I don't even care what they would say. Living in your presence is a reason I'll never be the same. I want all my friends to know about you. No matter what it takes, I'll never stop. Everything I am is for your glory. My life's forever yours. I found water, can't control it. Hit me like a wildfire, set me in motion. Nothing else compares, losing all my cares. Now that I found water,
Sing it out.
wild, wild love.
Jump. Hey, 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 hey.
Nothing else compares, losing all my cares. Now that I found wild love, wild, wild love.
Bounce, bounce, hey, hey. No, nothing compares. I found what can't control it. Hit me like a wildfire, set me in motion. Nothing else compares, losing all my cares. Now that I found what, sing. Hey, what?
Can't control it. Hit me like a wildfire, set me in motion. Nothing else compares, losing all my cares. Now that I found wild, wild, wild love.
Hey, 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 ah. Hey, 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 ah.
Now that I found wild, wild, wild love. Come on, let's keep it going tonight. When the stress of the world is too much to take, there's a place I can run to. Every piece of my pride now I give away. You're the hope that I cling to. There's nothing like falling right into the arms of the Father. Come on, you know it. Here in your presence, I'm caught in a love like no other. And this feels like heaven. Nothing is missing. And I know I will be safe here in your side. Everything's alright. My heart is open. And there is no distance. And I know fear has no place here in your life. Everything's alright. Won't let go, this is love You're the song that I'm singing, holding on to the words that I heard you say. You're the truth that I'm living. There's nothing like falling right into the arms of the Father. And here in your presence, I'm caught in a love like no other. Come on, sing. And this feels like heaven. Nothing is missing. And I know I will be safe here in your sight. Everything's alright. My heart is open. And there is no distance. And I know fear has no place here in your life. Everything's alright. And I know fear has no place here in your life. Come on, sing this next part out. You're everything I've ever wanted. You're everything I've ever needed. And I won't forget what you promised. You're more than enough for me. You're everything I've ever wanted. You're everything I've ever needed. And I won't forget what you promised. You're more than enough for me. This feels like heaven, and nothing is missing. Come on. And I know I will be safe here in your sight. Everything's alright. My heart is open, and there is no distance. And I know fear has no place here in your life. Everything's alright. And I know fear has no place here in your life. Everything's alright. Come on, Elevation Youth. You guys came to worship tonight. Come on, what I love about tonight is that we can worship God and we can have fun and dance and jump and shout and sing loud, and we can worship God that way. But I also love that we can come into God's presence and we can be still and we can just lift our hands and we can be quiet, and that's worship unto God. Because God's not concerned with the expression of our worship as much as just the countenance of our heart. That's what God's about tonight. So come on, wherever you're at tonight, can we just lift our hands in this moment? God, we just invite your presence to come and do a work in us. Whatever it looks like, God, our hearts are open. Our hearts are ready. God, we can have fun and we can jump, and that honors you, but we can also just stay and sit in your presence with our hearts wide open, ready to receive whatever you have for us, God. So have your way in us, God. Do whatever you want to do, Lord. Narrow as the road may seem, I'll follow where your spirit leads. Broken as my life may be, I will give you every piece. I hear you call, I am available. I say, yes, Lord. have it all. You can have it all. Here I am. Here I am. You can have it all. You can have it all. Here I am. Oh, here I am, Jesus. You can have it all. You can have it all. Here I am. Here I am. You can have it all. Oh, you can have it all. Here I am. Here I am. You can have it all. 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 Oh, you deserve it all. You deserve it all. Yes. Speak to us, and I hear you call. I obey. I say yes, Lord. I am. Sing it again. I hear you call, and I am available. I say yes, Lord. I am available. Sweetheart.
You're so available.
Whatever it looks like, whatever it sounds like, whatever it feels like, have your way. Whatever it looks like, whatever it sounds like, whatever it feels like, have your way, Lord. Have your way, have your way, Lord. Come on, one more time we sing, here I am. Here I am. Here I am. You can have it all. Here I am. Here I am. You can have it all. You can have it all. Hey.
We thank you for who you are. The weapon may be formed, but it won't prosper. When the darkness falls, it won't prevail. 'Cause the God I serve knows only how to triumph. My God will never fail. Oh, my God will never fail. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. Oh, the battle out loud today. Come on, sing it like you mean it tonight. You take what the enemy meant for evil and you turn it for good. You turn it. Come on, sing it out loud like you believe it. You take what the enemy meant for evil and you turn it for good. You turn it for good. You take what the enemy meant for evil and you turn it for good. You turn it for good. Come on. You take what the enemy meant for evil and you turn it for good. You turn it for good. You take what the enemy meant for evil and you turn it for good. You turn it for good. 'Cause I'm gonna see your victory. I'm gonna see your victory for I'm gonna see your victory. I'm gonna see your victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. I'm gonna see your victory. I'm gonna see your victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. I'm gonna see your victory. I'm gonna see your victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. Come on, we sing it today. You take what the enemy meant for evil and you turn it for good. You turn it for good. You take what the enemy meant for evil and you turn it for good. You turn it for good. Oh, we believe it. Oh, you're turning it around. Oh, you're turning it around. Oh,
Come on. If you believe in Jesus, come on, let's put your hands together. Let's begin to lift up a shout of praise. Come on. Amen. Woo! Now, this is what I love about Rhythm Nights, because about half of you are feeling it. You saying, "I was ready, I'm expectant," and the other half is borrowing your faith, going, "I'm going through some things right now. I don't know if I feel it right now." But the other half is saying, "I got you. I got you covered. You can borrow my faith." So we're running it back. We're running it back. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to position. Everyone say position. Woo, come on, look at your neighbor and say, position yourself. Position yourself in a posture that will please God. Position yourself in a posture that will please God. Who cares about the person next to you? They can smell you too. It's okay. But I want all of us to raise our hands. Come on, raise your hands. Woo! Right now, I can feel the faith lifted up right now. There's something in our youth ministry changing right now. It's rising right now. It's changing forms right now. Come on. Even if you don't see it, sing it like you believe it. Come on. Oh, I know you will turn it for good.
You take what the enemy meant for
Oh,
evil
come on.
and you turn it for good.
Turn that thing.
You turn it for good.
Come on, power their faith. Hey, hey.
You take what the enemy meant for evil and you turn it for good. You turn it for good. You take what the enemy meant for evil and you turn it for good. You turn it for good. You turn it, 'cause you turn it
know God's turning it around? Come on, give him a shout. Let him know. Say, come on, devil. We turning it for good. Woo. Look at your neighbor and say, that was wild. That was wild. Woo. And you know, we ain't even done yet. We ain't even done yet. We just getting started. Look at your neighbor and say, we just getting started. You know, these are the moments that I love right here. Rhythm nights, we don't do that just to entertain you. Don't get it twisted, okay? How many of you, this is your first time ever at a rhythm night before? Come on, let's give it up. First time guest. I gotta be real with you. What's your name? Lana? I gotta be real with you. We ain't here to entertain you. We're not here to entertain you. That's not why these lights are here. That's not why the stage is here. That's not why we write songs. That's not why this church exists. Rhythm nights is all about getting in the right rhythm with Jesus. Maybe this is your first time. Maybe this is your 12th time. You're like, this rhythm night's a whole lot different. This is different. You know that video that we played earlier with Pastor? That's our pastor. And that was actually a sermon snippet of 3 years ago. He preached on the idea of the rhythm of revival, Code Orange Revival Night 1. 2016. How many of you were here? Were you there? I was there. It impacted me so much. A couple months later, God woke me up 2:30 in the morning. He's never done that in my life. I'm not that spiritual, okay? So don't think this is weird. Woke me up. He said, I need you to listen to the rhythm of revival. Listen to that sermon. I remember playing that sermon 2:30 in the morning in a hotel in Alabama. I was there for a conference. Y'all like, why y'all in Alabama? I was there for a conference, and the Lord said to me, he said, that's the vision of Elevation Church's youth ministry. Out of the mouth of your pastor, that's the vision. I said, what you talking about, the rhythm of revival? He said, yeah. Could you imagine 12-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 18-year-olds understanding the rhythm of revival can be their reality. It could be a real thing. And so pastors start giving language to the rhythm of revival. The first one was release. Everyone say release. Woo! Now this is in Isaiah 55. Everyone say Isaiah 55. Just in case you want to go back and get some context. He starts talking about the rhythm of revival. It starts with the release. And some of you tonight, you're coming in here and you're releasing thankfulness to God. You're releasing gratefulness for what He's done in your life. But some of you are holding on and you're not releasing anything. You're saying, you know what? You ain't done nothing for me lately, Jesus. And what you're doing is you're stopping the rhythm. Everyone say, catch the rhythm. You're stopping that rhythm. He says, what you got to do is you got to release to me first. You got to make the first move. Even, no matter what situation you're going through, whether you know if I'm working or not, you have got to praise me before I give you anything. He says, you got to release. Everyone say release. I said, okay. He said, but that don't make it a rhythm. He said, the next thing you got to do is you got to receive. Oh, now, see, here's the deal. Everyone loves to receive, right? How many of you like free gifts? Okay, so we got liars in here. Okay. All right, y'all don't care about free stuff? Who wants $1 million? I have a check right now. That's what I thought. $1 million, that wasn't even real. Receive, right? You can come into Rhythm Night every month. You can come into this church every week and receive so many good things. Look at your neighbor and say, you're spoiled though. Spoiled, it's all right. You're a part of this fantastic church. You're a little spoiled. It's okay. It's okay, though. When he talks about receive, he says, I want you to receive the word that I have for you. No matter what time I give it to you, I want you to receive. How many of you know that blessing can be inconvenient sometimes? The rain can be inconvenient sometimes. You ever go on vacation and it rains the whole week in Hawaii? And you're like, on this week? Are you serious? But you got to understand that rain is good, right? You see, receiving sometimes can be inconvenient. You know, when you're saying, I wish you would just change my mom, God. And he's saying, I need to change your attitude before I can change your mom. That's what I'm talking about. Will you open your heart enough to receive what God wants to say to you? Tonight, you're like, man, I ain't even receiving this. And you're stopping the rhythm. Everyone say, catch the rhythm. You got release, you got receive, respond. Then you got respond. How do you begin to walk it out? Everything that you experience, everything that you hear from the Lord, when you draw near to God, that's release. When you listen to God, when you hear from God, that's receive. Now when you respond, what is that? That's living it out. That's walking it out. You think coming to Rhythm Night is responding to God? That's not it. You think coming once a month, every week is responding to God? Do not let the enemy fool you. Because that's what he wants to do. He wants to fool you of your potential. He said, yeah, no, weekly would actually be nice. No. It's a constant thing. It's a constant thing. Which takes me to my next one, because it's not really, you got release, receive, respond. But if you're just in there, if the beat only lasts 3 measures, hot girl summer ain't that good. You know what I'm saying? It ain't working. It ain't working. You know what I mean? That beat keeps going. Which leads me to my 4th one. Release, receive, respond, repeat. Woo! And that's what makes it a rhythm. Oh, you be like, Tim, no, hey, but I did it once. And that's the issue. So many of us do it once and then we blame it on God that it didn't work. It's not a moment. It's a rhythm. When you release, you're drawing near to Him. And as Bible says, when you draw near to Him, He draws near to you. When you receive, you're opening up your ears. You're active listening. You're hearing from God. And that's going to take a while. What does it sound like to hear from the Lord? And then you respond. You live it out. You're in E-group every week. You're making that a point. You're making that better. You're inviting people. You're sharing your faith at school. You're not just quiet. I was the quiet one. Look at me now. I was the one sitting at the table by myself. Look at me now. Because I understood the rhythm. And I can tell you right now, I got it too late. I waited till I was in college. And that's why I do what I do, so you don't have to wait. You can do it right now at 12. You can do it right now at 15. And when you repeat it, when it becomes a consistent lifestyle, that's when you catch the rhythm. Woo, but you got to understand something. A lot of times we find ourselves not repeating, and we find ourselves in like this bubble. You ever get a text message? Or you ever send a text message to someone, and you're just waiting, and there's that 3-dot bubble, and you're just like, oh, what's she gonna say? What's he gonna say? What's he gonna say? 2 hours later, it's still there. What's he gonna say? Is that the way that God looks at your relationship? You're releasing. God's pouring out his favor, his blessing. He's trying to speak to you. You respond every once in a while, maybe when it feels good, maybe when you're like at rock bottom. And God's saying, it's a rhythm, baby. It's a rhythm. It's a rhythm. But we stay in this bubble. And let me tell you something. We find ourselves trying to figure out, am I gonna make the decision? Am I not gonna make the decision? Indecision leads to paralysis. You find yourself frozen, isolated. And that's what I love about the NBA. How many of y'all watch the NBA? You watch the NBA? You watch the NBA? Now, here's what you gotta understand, is I am not good at basketball, all right? Grandma let you know that. I'm not good at basketball. Y'all learned that at YTH? I couldn't even do a crossover, okay? But what I've realized about NBA players, they know the right position to get in. Because how many of y'all ever heard of a triple threat? You know what I'm saying? You ever heard of a triple threat? It's when the ball gets passed to you and you can either become a triple threat or not become a triple threat. But it's all in how you position yourself. So like right now, is he a triple threat, Eric? No, sirree. You ain't no triple threat, bro. That ain't a triple threat. Now, a triple threat means when I receive the ball, I can shoot, I can drive to the bucket, or I can pass. But it's all about how you're positioned. Is he ready? You ain't ready. That's not true. You know what, Eric? Come on up here. Come on up here. Once you receive it, just stay frozen. Freeze and triple threat. Are you ready? Because the triple threat depends on how you're. Now from this moment, if I'm defending him, he can either shoot immediately. He can either drive to the bucket immediately, or he can pass immediately. Here's what I'm trying to tell you. This youth ministry exists not to entertain you, but it's to help you become a triple threat to the enemy. And Rhythm Nights is going to teach you how to position yourself in the way that when you receive blessing, that when you receive whatever God wants to do with you, that you are ready, no matter what, to take a shot, to drive the ball, or to pass. But it's all about the position. Look at your neighbor and say, the position. If we can get you in the right position, then the rhythm of revival can be your reality. It can be your everything. It can be your daily. Aren't you tired of going to school? 1 year. Bad pause. 1 year after another, doing the same old thing. Being the same fake person. Saying the same old thing. I'm letting you know tonight that God is trying to get you in the same rhythm of heaven. He's trying to get you in the same rhythm of heaven. I know you're frustrated. That's what God's saying to you. I know you're frustrated. He said, I'm frustrated too, because we can't get in sync. We can't get in the right beat. We can't get in the right rhythm. And I think it's because we have not yet positioned ourselves. And so tonight, we're going to do some more songs. And I want you to position yourself correctly. Some of you, it's going to be to release, and you need to draw near to God. And you need to just be thankful and grateful for what he's done. Or maybe you feel like he hasn't done anything, but he's calling you to just continue to give him praise. Maybe that's you. For some of you, it's to receive. It's to open up your ears. It's to hear from God. Getting quiet. Resting. Not focusing on anything else. Just eliminating distraction. And God wants you to receive. Or maybe tonight is to respond. Maybe you need to go to someone and forgive them. Maybe you need to text your mom and say, I'm sorry. Maybe you actually need to get into an e-group because you've been telling people that, hey, I'm going to continue, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, and you've been saying it for 6 months. Maybe you need to go to your leader and say, hey, I'm going to actually be present in my e-group. Maybe you need to make a declaration to yourself. You need to put a little reminder on your phone. You need to text your mom and say, I cannot miss a rhythm night, and I cannot miss e-group this year. It will be so pivotal for my school year to do exactly what God wants to do. It'll be pivotal. But every single person has a position to take. Release, receive, respond. And this year, we will repeat together. Together. So tonight, we're going to introduce a brand new song from Elevation Rhythm. First time ever heard. And I want you to listen to these words. They're going to be on all the screens. Listen to them. They're so powerful. Ooh, this is the first song I ever heard from Elevation Rhythm. I'm telling you, it's near and dear to my heart. Listen to them. And I want you to position yourself to whatever God is asking you to do. Release, receive, respond. And just to start it off right now, I want everyone to put your hands together. Come on, I want you to clap and give God a shout of praise. Come on, I want you to get loud. I want you to get excited. Come on, let's believe it. Let's believe it. Come on, let's do this. Position yourself. Come on.
Come on, get your hands up. I don't need signs and wonders, 'cause I know it's true. I can believe before I see. It's deeper than a feeling, stronger than a reason. I can believe, and I can believe before I see. My heart is falling, can't stop it. You are my all, so you got it. I can't resist the love you give. Come on. You are reality, the truth that I believe, better than all my dreams. I find all I need in you. You are my guarantee, the promise I can see, better than all my dreams. I find all I need in you. I will trust in you. I don't need proof to follow, 'cause I know it's true. I can believe before I see. It's deeper than a feeling, stronger than a reason. I can believe before I see. We sing it out. You are reality, the truth that I believe, better than all my dreams. I find all I need in you. You are my guarantee, the promise I can see, better than all my dreams. I find all I need in you. I find all I need in you. My heart is falling, can't stop it. You are my all, so you got it. I can't resist the love you give. Find all I need in you. And you are reality, the truth that I believe, better than all my dreams. Come on, hands up. I find all I need in you.
heart. I threw my shame away, all of my sin erased. This isn't the end of the story. I'll trust in what you said, told me I'll be okay. It's turning around for your glory. I know when the fight comes, I'ma keep my head up. Hey, you won't let me down with me in the middle of the battle. Hey, you will never be the one to walk away.
I was made to know you from the start. Hey, hey, love without condition is who you are, who you are. I throw my shame away, all of my sin erased. This isn't the end of the story. I trust in what you say, told me I'll be okay. It's turning around for your glory.
I know when the fight comes, I'ma keep my head up.
Hey, you won't let me down with me in the middle of the battle. Hey, you will never be the one to walk away. When the fight comes, I'ma keep my head up. Hey, you won't let me down with me in the middle of the battle. Hey, you will never be the one to walk away. Hey, 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 you will never be the one to walk away. You will never be the one to walk away.
Hands up like this.
Come on, you say. I know in the fight comes, I'ma keep. Hey, with me in the middle of the battle. Hey, you will never be the one to walk away.
1, 2, 1, 2. I know when the fight comes, I'ma keep my head up. Hey, you won't let me down with me in the middle of my battle. Hey, you will never be the one to walk away. When the fight comes, I'ma keep my hey, you won't let me down with me in the middle of my battle. Hey, you will never be the one to walk away. 'Cause I know. You will never walk away. Say, I know.
What you say?
Hey, you will never be the one to walk away. I know. You will never. I know. Hey, you will never be the one to walk away. Now break it down like this. Come on. Hey, now break it down. Keep it going, now break it. 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 Keep it going. Come on, make some noise.
We believe in the youth.
What's good though?
Yeah, in that video. Guys, if you made it this far, comment below your favorite.
Ice cream flavor.
I was saying that exact same thing.
Are we brothers?
Dude!
I love
Favorite
ice cream.
flavor. Cookie dough all the way, for sure.
Mint chocolate chip.
I actually love mint chocolate.
Mint chocolate chip's way better than cookie dough, but okay.
That's it from us. We love you.
We'll see
like,
you
comment, subscribe.
in the next
Hit
one.
that bell notification.
Peace. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.